not put it down. Word around this town, my time is now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Everybody come on in. Guess what? It is Monday. It is Wellness Monday. And it is time for the On Your Now show. So grab a cup and let's sip it up and let a friend know that it is time for us to get this day started. I am your host, Tracie B, McGee, also known as Divine T.
And I am your co-host, Yolanda Langford, also known as Lady Yo.
Lady Yo, how are you today?
I am fabulous because I had a great weekend and the spirit is just coming into my Monday. So I'm fabulous and glad to be here. And I'm glad to see you are back in the place.
I'm back. You know, I had a good time, but it's always good to come home. I noticed that you all were out. I had a good time celebrating Juneteenth, but you was cutting some ribbons yourself, weren't you?
Oh, it was so exciting, Tracie. We were in Ferguson celebrating our inaugural Juneteenth, our national holiday. And believe it or not, they had 25 businesses open in Ferguson during the pandemic, 25 wow. Black-owned businesses.
Right.
And I was honored to be by the side of the Carol Daniels.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, we emceed the program in Ferguson, and we actually went out and we cut ribbons for 8 of the new businesses. I called it the grand opening.
Well, you know what? I know we always love exclusive, so you better make sure that we have them on coming up because they're going to have to come in. But you all know it's Wellness Monday, y'all. So you all need to know we got some treats for you. You need to share right now. We have Robert Jackson in the house. We have Dr. Pradia in the house, and it's all about wellness. But right now, it's all about my girl, Lady Yo. Lady Yo, what's in your cup?
Girl, let me tell you, I have water in my cup and water in my glass. So I'm all about the water today. Double fisting water.
You sipping it up, that STL. You know, everybody's been struggling with the water. Some people are not getting a lot of rain. Some people are getting too much rain. And I know we've been going up and down. But you know what? I'm sipping it up. I got my Divine tea and it's good. It's just regular black tea. You know how I say I love my tea, my black tea and my black coffee. Same way I love my men. So, hey, my man, let me clarify that. My man.
Say it right, Tracie.
Get it right. Don't play. Nate, don't play. Look, y'all, I want to find out what you all have in your cup. I see that Vanessa is with us. Good morning, Vanessa. Karen is in the house with us. Y'all know y'all got to tell us what's in y'all cup. We got to know. Gina, what are you sipping on? Tell us. We got to know. And I need to let y'all know something. Lady O, we need to let everybody know. Because our owners probably are thinking, y'all said y'all have Robert Jackson. There's another Robert Jackson. This is not our Robert Jackson that's always in the chat. He might tap in. This is another Robert Jackson, but you know what? They define themselves very well. So you all will see the difference between the two. But this isn't our Robert Jackson that's always in the chat, y'all. This is another brother. Yes. And he's cool as well. So make sure that you all check him out. Renee Goodson is in the house. She says she's drinking a smoothie. And one of our owners, Alex, look what he's drinking today. He don't have his coffee today.
Chocolate mocha. Okay, Alex, you know, before I forget, I had an owner sighting. I saw the beautiful Ivy Grant while I was in Ferguson. And, you know, one thing I love about our owners is when they see us, they run up to us and say, hey, I'm an owner, and I get to take a picture. So if you go on my page, you will see our owner sighting of Ivy Grant.
All right. I love me some Ivy. Not only that, she's one of my sorors. Just got to shout that out. Chica Houston is in the house with us today. You know, our educators are out, so they checking out everything. They trying to figure out who they gonna have next. Look, Chica, I know you know all about Robert, don't you? Y'all better make sure that y'all check that out. She says she's drinking white chocolate mocha. You know I love that. They have it at Starbucks.
She said iced, so she's drinking it cold.
Yeah, I drink mine hot. Lady Yo, you know me. You know me.
Lady, I do know you.
Do we have any birthday celebrations and vibrant vibes today?
Well, absolutely. Our first birthday celebration is to our very own Delbert Thurman.
Delbert! Wow! Oh, wow. I wonder how does he celebrate?
You know, it must be, hopefully he'll celebrate at Bait. He is the manager there. If you ever go to Bait, let Delbert know that you're an owner because he treats you right. Doesn't he, Tracie?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Love me some Bait. The food is amazing.
Yes, indeed. We have Tim Fields and Nicole Curry having a birthday. Chris Caron, Coletta Bladen, Tom Cerruti, Limon Du Bois, and Dwayne Armstrong are also having a birthday. And all the way in California, Emma Mitchell Smith is celebrating her birthday. Now, you know I always have vibrant vibes. I have a vibrant vibe going out to Janae Shivers. Honey, she participated in a fitness competition and she won. Okay.
You won? Did she? I didn't know she won. That's what's up.
Yeah, she came home with several medals, honey. So she placed and she won, and she came home with the, as they say, the hardware. So
all right.
Congratulations, Janae. Also, Ari Henderson, her daughter had a baby. Ari is one of our owners. Not only did her daughter have a baby, her daughter had a baby on Father's Day.
Yes.
The greatest gift ever. And it was his birthday.
Wow. Yes. And you know what? The thing about it is, she's a part of our family. We have all these boys. She had a girl.
It's all about the girls. Take over. Girl power. Well, you know, I always do my just in case they're watching. Happy birthday, Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Okay.
He was in the Avengers, darling.
You know what? I need to be up on all of the different Avengers movies and everything. The only thing I watched was the Black Panther. I got to get with the superheroes. But okay. All right. Happy birthday to you.
Yes. And then we have a happy birthday going out to Jesse Smollett.
Now, you know what? I do know Jesse, and he's a cool looking brother, I might say. But I'm gonna tell you something about and look, y'all, everybody about to get on me, right? Y'all know about them Geminis. They something else, y'all. Geminis. All the Geminis out here. My auntie had a birthday over the weekend, Georgette. I just want to shout her out. She's a Gemini, and she's the first Gemini that I came in contact with after my bestie. And people say either you love them or you hate them. But you know what? I love me some Geminis. That's what it's all about.
Yes,
good morning. Indeed. Good morning, everybody. Yes, he was definitely from Empire. Love me some Jesse.
Yes.
Tatum is in the house with us. Good morning, Mr. Tatum.
Good morning. I have one more. Tracie, I have one more because her birthday was over the weekend, but I love her. Just in case she's watching, happy birthday, Felicia Rashad.
Yes. Now let me tell you something. I absolutely love her and her sister, the whole family. She looks good too, don't she?
Yes, she's 73 years old, but let me tell you, it's something about the way she looks. She has that, I'm going to tell you something without saying something look, okay?
She does. And I just love that her and her sister are always celebrating each other whenever you see them together. That's what sisterhood is all about. That's vibrant vibes for you right there. That's our mama girl, Claire Huxtable. Robert Bob Jackson is in. He's letting us know. He gonna give us, Rob, if there's anybody else's birthday that we missed out on, let us know, because he's giving us the updates. But yes, Claire Huxtable.
Oh, let me tell you something, honey. When she was playing Claire Huxtable, I would tell my hairstylist, I want Claire Huxtable's haircut. It was kind of short and feathered and doing its thing, honey. And I just thought every time I said, oh, she's
everything.
She is everything. And she still is everything. She is really wonderful. She had to roll on This Is Us. She plays the mother to one of the female characters, one of the lead female characters. And she brings her Felicia Rashad to the character too.
I bet she does. Well, you all know that every day we do vibrant vibes and celebrations and birthdays. And if you in fact want us to shout out you can always put it in the chat, but you can also reach Lady Yo and she'll make sure that she shouts you out.
Well, you know what, Kathy Conley, she says, happy birthday, Sydney Reedy and Hank Thompson. Happy birthday, y'all.
Wow. And she also said that Phyllis is the dean at Howard University. I didn't know that.
Yes. Thank you, Kathy. I did read that. I love seeing women who continue to empower themselves and empower others. A lot of times when people turn 65, they're like, oh, they're retired. And we have proof in the pudding today. We have Dr. Pradia.
Look, yeah, because Dr. Pradia is in the house, y'all. Wait till y'all see this sister. Man, my goodness. She's royalty. She's royalty. She's royalty. Well, you know, speaking of royalty, my Own Your Now affirmation word of the day, you know, is glow. And the reason why I say that it is glow is because I thought I was going to get sunburned when I went to California. But you know what? This black girl magic, it doesn't get sunburned. We just glow. And you know what, Lady Yo, you got on your gold. You must be representing Grandma. Is that one of Grandma's colors or something? Because you
thought you knew, baby, that black and gold. I thought you were told.
Well, you know, I'm learning a little bit about it every single day, every single time that I get with you. But the word for today is glow. I want you all to realize that you all glow. And I love that this weekend we celebrated our men. It was so good to see all of the fathers out here in the community celebrating their children and their family. That's what this is all about. So if in fact you all say, you know what, it's all about the glow and you want to continue to live and walk in your best selves, then join us as we celebrate our best selves in our motivational song of today. You ready, Lady O?
I am so ready.
Woo, I'm so glad to be back home.
Show it off every curve, every part, yeah. Cause I'm strong and I love the skin I'm in. Every shape, every inch, no doubt there's power deep within.
We're gonna start with our left arm. Y'all ready?
Beauty comes in every size and every shade, yeah. I'm perfect just the way I'm made, yeah. Whoa,
let's go.
I'ma be my best self. I'm loving who I be. I'ma be my best self. There's no one else like me. Self-love, self-help, self-care, self-love, self-worth, self-aware. My best self. Loving every part of me. I'ma be my best self. I'ma be my best self.
Look at Rob. Stretch it out, y'all. Hold your arms out. Put your best self in.
Look in the mirror and all I see is love. And take it one step at a time, cause I mean love.
Woo!
Beauty in a waistline and a smile on your face. Beauty's holding my head up with grace. I thank God for the way I made it.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I'm going to be my best self every single day. I love Wellness Mondays. I love it, love it, love it. Laura, we glowing, girl. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. You know, that's exactly how we
do it. You know, I always tell you, I hear something different. Today, she said, I'm going to take it one step at a time.
That's all you got to do, one step at a time. And I know that in today's society, we have ups and downs and so many different things that affect us. So you got to be your best self. You got to be your best self. Look, we got motivator in the house. We got a motivator. Y'all put look. Everybody stop the press. Make sure you share right now. Put motivation, because we have the Robert Jackson in the house, y'all. And I know that we say we got two, but right now we talking about the Robert Jackson. Robert Jackson began his teaching career almost 25 years ago in the Indianapolis public schools with no more excuses. That's right. And then, you know, he also worked after he was cut from the NFL, Minnesota Vikings, but as a result of knowing your purpose, this brother is an educator. He's a speaker. He's one of the most sought after speakers in the country. He delivers keynote addresses all over the world. He talks about restorative justice, cultural diversity. He talks about writing books. Let me tell you, he got a plethora of books. Did I say plethora of books? 6, as a matter of fact. But he also attended Kentucky State. All right. And he is a lifetime member. You know how you like your Kappas. He's a member of Kappa Alpha Psi. Let's bring him up. National Motivator Educator of the Year. Let's bring him up. Mr. Robert Jackson. For every problem, there's a solution.
Good morning. Good morning, ladies. How y'all doing today? Love the energy.
Oh, thank you. Good morning. We are so excited that you said yes, because I did look at all the dates you are speaking. Woo, brother, you have a schedule this summer.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. I'm doing my first in-person engagement this week. So I haven't been out on the road since March of 2020. So heading out this week to Durham, North Carolina. And I went to Western Kentucky University, not Kentucky State.
Okay, Western Kentucky.
Straight.
Straight. I better. You know what? We got to ask you, what's in your cup?
What's up, Newts?
How you sipping it up?
I'm sipping it up. I got my, I got my cup. My baby's got me, the world greatest dad. So I'm sipping on some wheatgrass.
Woo!
So I'm on my wheatgrass this morning. So I drink my wheatgrass, and then I got my eternal water.
Okay.
Look at
and
that.
It says dad. Somebody wrote on their dad. I love it.
Yeah, my daughter's right on there.
They make sure that they drink out of your cup. Tell us, you do a lot, and we're gonna jump into everything you do, but we got to keep this going when it comes to the dads. You are a girl dad. You have sons. You're a grandfather now. We asked everybody last week, how does it feel to be a girl dad? Talk to us about that.
I mean, it's beautiful. Growing up, I thought, I had 4 sisters and my mom. So I grew up in a single parent home. So I already had sisters. So I thought when I get married, I'm going to have all sons. No, it didn't work out like that. Got 1 son, got 2 beautiful daughters. And girls just change your life. You know what I mean? You can come in having a bad day. My daughter wrapped herself around me. I mean, you just forget about all the mess that's going on in your life. Love my baby girls. They have changed me tremendously, made me a better man. And, I just strive to be better every day because, Father's Day yesterday, they doing all these nice things for me. And, they just melt my heart. My girls are just, I can't even put it into words. I love my son. Don't get me wrong, but I have a different spot, for those girls. They just tend to pierce me a little bit deeper.
Absolutely. Well, you said that you got to get back on the road. You are a speaker. What got you into this speaking engagement type of deal? Because you have been doing it, and now look, you're just all over the world.
Well, just God's grace, just trying to be obedient to what He wants me to do. I ran from it for a long time. I didn't want to do it, so I went in kicking and screaming, and wanted to play football for 10 years and then retire and buy me a string of hotels and just kind of do my own thing, but you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. So I got into speaking. I was teaching in Indianapolis public schools. I didn't like the way educators were interacting with our children. So I started doing workshops. And then I got invited to do a workshop somewhere, and then it just took off from there. And now I'm on the national stage and the international stage. So wasn't something that I planned to do. I never went to any classes on it, on how to become a speaker and all that. It's just something that, God instilled in me, and, I'm just following his mission and what He wants me to do.
Now, you played for the National Football League. Talk to us about what you learned in the National Football League as being a part of a team and what you can bring to the stage.
Well, I learned the NFL stands for not for long. I did learn that. I had a pretty good college career, and I thought I would play 10 years and end up playing like 10 minutes. But I did learn that proper preparation prevents poor performance. And that's something that the same way I trained when I play sports, I do the same thing when I speak. I mean, people think we just get up here because, Tracie knows, and you know too, you get up and speak. I mean, you got to prepare, you have to. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it takes 2 weeks. Sometimes it takes 2 months to prepare for 1 hour.
Right.
So I think people get it misconstrued, think they can just I want to do what you do. I said, what do I do? Do you know what I do? You got to get in the trenches, and you really got to know your stuff. And, the way that's what it's taught me. The way I prepared for sports, I prepared the same way for speaking. I prepared the same way for fatherhood, being a husband, all those things. I just put in the work.
Well, the thing about you putting in the work, you also talk about balance. You have this 501c3 stand up, and talk to us about why it's so important to address mental health when it comes to our men.
Well, toxic masculinity is real. We really never talk. Men never talk about their mental health. We're so busy being faucets for our families, trying to make sure our wives and children and families are taken care of. We don't take care of our own mental health. So I decided to focus on that with our 501c3 this year. This is our 8th year doing the conference, Stand Up, Speaking Truth and Never Doubting Unlimited Potential. I believe for every problem, there's a solution. And I believe every person has potential to be great. So we're challenging men to sign up. We're giving away 10 scholarships. We give away 10 scholarships every year. We're giving away laptops, bikes. Wow. But more importantly, we're giving away some knowledge. And we want to teach our men how to teach teaching about how to handle their mental health and how to remain steadfast when it comes to mental health awareness, because the weakest man on the planet is a man who can't control his emotions. I didn't say a man who didn't have emotions. I said a man with out of control emotions, because when my emotions are out of control, the whole family's out of control. So we want to get to our young men while they're young, but we have some seasoned men that need to get it right. And iron sharpens iron. We're not here to dog nobody, talk about nobody. There's no such thing as a perfect father. There's no such thing as a perfect man. There's only one perfect being, and you know what his name is. And there's no such thing as somebody is perfect, but we're going to sharpen each other. And that's what we plan to do on July 23rd. We had over 1,000 people registered last year, and we plan on getting another 1,000 this year. You've seen the lineup: Chris Emden, Manny Scott, Derek Luke, and a couple of them, Fred Yakey and Brian Dinkins, those couple of my babies back in the days,
We're definitely going to put that information back up. Tell us, because the world is opening back up. Everybody's like, all right, July 23rd. Is this virtual and in person? How does this look for us?
It's going to be 100% virtual. Last year we did virtual. This year we're doing virtual. Next year we're going in person.
So that means we can invite everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, they got to go sign up.
Y'all need to sign up. You concentrate on the Black and brown young men.
Yeah.
Tell us about that passion you have for our Black and brown young men.
Well, I remember growing up in pain, never meeting my father, and growing up in poverty, and many times people write us off. But I believe we have a lot of potential to be great. And I believe that all of our young men have greatness inside them. We just have to bring it out of them. So we want to give them the platform to do that. And that's what we're doing with our conference, Stand Up. Every year we challenge a man to stand up. I don't care if you got to dust yourself off, stand up. I don't care if you've been knocked down, stand up. I don't care what's going on in your life, what's happened in your past, move forward, stand up, keep it moving. I can't walk, we'll crawl then. You got to keep moving. You got kids to take care of. Well, I don't have any money. Well, it don't cost you anything to take your kids to the park.
Wow.
And talk to them, so no excuses. Excuses are tools of incompetence. We're going to hold each other accountable, and we're going to hold each other down, and we're going to hold each other up.
Wow. So can we, if we want to make sure that we have an opportunity, because I think that men, I empower girls and women, but men, I think, should also empower men. And this is a great space for this. Can we sponsor a young man? How does that look for us to make sure that we get that information out? Well, the sponsorship packets are listed. If you go to robertjacksonmotivation.com and you click on Conference 2021, and then you can click on Donate. And we're tax deductible, so we welcome donations. And everything that goes into the program goes back out into the community. And we have some pretty big sponsors. Department of Family and Children. They sponsored us $10,000 this year. We had Indiana Black Expo. We have Lilly Endowment, Mays Chemical. So we have, we have a lot of sponsors come through, law firms. People just believe in what we're doing. So we, like I said, we taking it and funneling it back into the community. High school young men, there's no excuse for you not to sign up. No excuse.
Right.
You don't have any scholarship money. Get your butt on there and put in an application. I'm giving this money away. I'm not keeping it. I'm giving it away as it comes in. We funnel it right back out into the community, and that's how you build your community.
You're absolutely right, and you build up these young men. I know that the schools are opening up, and everyone's been through a little something.
Sure.
How do you tell the instructors how they should go into this new year? Because it's going to be different. People experienced a lot of things. A lot of the young kids experienced loss. It may be a loss of a person, a loss of their family home, or a loss of a job. The kids have gone through a lot, but the teachers have gone through a lot. Talk to us about that.
I tell them that pain is temporary, but quitting is forever. You know what I mean? So I said, pain is temporary, but quitting is forever. Everybody has been broken at some point since March of 2020. I don't care what's going on in your life. My sister had COVID-19 twice. She works in the medical field. So it's all about restoration. Many of us have been broken, whether it's our mental state, whether it's family, marriage has been falling apart. You know what I mean? People have been tested, and it's been a lot of things tested in your life. But the fact that you're still here is a blessing. And that's called restoration. What do you need to restore? Because we need to restore ourselves before we restore kids. How can you restore your staff? How can you restore your kids if you don't restore yourself? When I get on this airplane tomorrow, they're going to say, well, if the air pressure drop, put the mask on who first? Yourself.
Yourself.
Put the mask on yourself so you can breathe for yourself. And then you can help somebody else, you know, because I'm stronger for everybody else when I'm strong for myself. So that's what I want to instill in our educators and my messages this fall. As we going back into the school system, I said, it's just like riding a bike. Get back on the bike. And yeah, I know I haven't ridden a bike in a couple of years, but I'm going to get on there. I may fall a couple times, and you got to get up and dust yourself off and keep going. And when you make a mistake, apologize and say, you know, I got it wrong. You know, apologies go a long way. Nobody's perfect. And so that's the message that I want to get across to our students, to our educators. And they need to understand that kids are coming in with anxiety. They're coming in stressed out. So we got to be patient with our children, and we got to be patient with each other, but taking care of ourselves, affirming ourselves on a daily basis.
You know, Robert, that's one of the things that we all can learn to do. And sometimes, you know, Melissa says, oh, that's a whole sermon, Robert. Yes, it is.
Okay, I think we lost Tracie.
Well, I think we lost Tracie. We were saying that Melissa said that's a whole sermon. And truly it is. It is. When we say sermon, it's not like you're in the pulpit, but you are giving the message.
If you're a believer, I believe if you're a believer, you should be ministering everywhere you go. I don't care if you're in a grocery store. I don't care if you're in a restaurant.
Yes.
If you call yourself a believer, then you're a minister of the word. So
and if you got to walk the walk. And when people see you, they need to know what you stand for. Am I right?
That's right. And they need to see you mess up. When you mess up full speed, you own it, and then you move on because you're human.
Absolutely. Well, you know, we are thankful for all that you have given to us today. Go sign up, everyone. Again, I'm so proud of you and all that you bring. And it is just refreshing to hear a Black man say, we need to hold each other accountable, hold each other up. Tell us, what is your affirmation word?
Well, my affirmation word for today is perseverance. And we got to persevere. And I've been challenging my brothers to persevere because we get on these calls 5 a.m. and brothers are pouring out what's going on in their life. And I say, you know, at the end of the day, you got to persevere, my brother, just like you've done and everything else in life. Perseverance. That means when you get knocked down, you get back up. I learned that in sports. You know, I remember when I was in 6th grade, when I first started playing football, even though I played in the pros, when I was in 6th grade, I remember the first time they put the ball in my hand, I ran to the sideline. I said, they ain't great, hit me.
Wow.
I learned that when you get knocked down, you get back up. So
hey, you know what I learned from football, because I grew up with brothers, is that, you know, sometimes the play changes and you have to scramble. It's like that in life. Sometimes the play changes, and you have to scramble. You're still going to get to your destination, but learn to scramble a little bit. Look,
speaking of scrambling, my internet just totally went down. I'm going to blame it on the retrograde. I don't know if you all know, but today is June 21st, 21. So it's something about the 21. What I wanted to get out, and I know we got to get your affirmation word of the day because we have Dr. Pradia in, is you offer books. So a lot of people are like, man, he gave a whole word, but talk to us about how we can reach you and get the books that you also have for schools, communities, as well as for us, for a young man or educator in our lives.
Well, you can go to my website, robertjacksonmotivates.com. All my books are on my website, including my ASCD award-winning book, Becoming the Educator They Need, Mindset, Strategies, and Beliefs for Supporting Black and Latino Students. I think that's good for educators. It's good for parents. I do have books for young ladies. I have something for young men. The Black Men Stand Up in the workbook, and I have a workbook for girls. I have daughters. So I wrote a workbook for girls. If I'm talking to my daughters, this is what I would say. This is my message to my girls. And this is something that you can do with your daughters. So I got a few materials on there. Please go look at. I got some T-shirts as well. No more excuses. Educate, activate, motivate all students. So please go there and grab you something.
And Tracie, while you were on your little hiatus a moment ago, he did give us his affirmation word, and it was perseverance.
Perseverance. Y'all know, look, I persevere by clicking those buttons to get back on because I want to make sure that
and that's what we've done in the last 14 months. We had to persevere. We have to deal with this virtual environment. We did whatever we had to do to get to where we are today. So now as we go back in person, we persevered and we learned some things. You know, thank God for technology, because when we were kids, we didn't have it. So, you know, what would we have done? Worksheets, you know, so I think it's a blessing that we have this platform that we're able to, even though I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, you in St. Louis, and I'm not sure where you are, Miss Yolanda, but, you know, we're able to communicate in this platform. I think it's a blessing.
Right. That's right. Well, we thank you for saying yes to us. We know you have a busy schedule, but we made it happen. And everybody needs to go register their sons and make sure
their husbands and their brothers and nephews. It's not just for kids. This is for men. 12 and up. 12 and up. Get them registered.
You know what? I'm sure my husband's probably already registered, him and my son. So that's what's up. Thank you so much, Robert.
Bless y'all. And so I'm so grateful that you invited me on your show, and I love your show. And I'm just grateful that you invited me. Please continue to listen to these ladies. Let's learn something. Let's be encouraged.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, I thought I lost you, Tracie, but let me tell you, everything you said about Robert Jackson is the truth. Look, he has a message that every man, woman, and child can learn from.
That's right. That's right. You know what? No more excuses. We don't have any excuses. No more excuses. When you fall down, you get back up. And I love the fact that not only is he an educator and a speaker, this is a true family man that loves God, loves his wife and his children. This is what we need, y'all. This is what we got. And this is what we will continue to give you. But you know what? We are equal opportunity. We have awesome men and we have awesome women. Who do we have coming up next, Lady O?
We have the one and only Dr. Pradia. She is a retired teacher. She has taught in the school system for 37 years. 23 of those were in college and university level. Dr. Pradia is a dancer, author, choreographer, fitness coach, photographer, motivational speaker, and now a certified mindset life coach. I want to bring her on up because I want her to tell us all about the things she's done, the things she is doing. This is a dynamic lady. You all need to share right now. If you want to see what it looks like to live your life in full color, here she is, Dr. Pradia.
Oh my goodness.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
It is a pleasure to have you be a part of our Monday Wellness. You know, we could not have done it without you today, because from what I've been told, it's nothing like that positive mindset. And you know what? Mr. Jackson just told us about that. But we got to tap into what's in your cup. Dr. Pradia, what are you sipping on? What is in your cup today?
I already had my water for today because I always drink 2 cups of water. Well, really, I gulp it. And then here in my cup, I have green tea, and I sweeten it with apple cider.
Sweeten it with apple cider. I love that. Let me tell you, Dr. Pradia is a lady that is full of energy. I know that you get your day started by doing some affirmations, and talk to us about how that has set the pace for what you're doing.
I always get up in the morning and do a 5 minutes of fitness, because I believe that if you love yourself enough, you will give yourself at least 5 minutes. Because some people say they don't have time to exercise, but first thing in the morning, that first 5 minutes should be for you to get yourself started. Because as Mr. Jackson said, you cannot help anyone else unless you're right with yourself.
Wow. You know, Yolanda said, she said that you have been an educator for over 55 years. Wow, that says a lot too, when you know that you're walking in your purpose. And then you said, now I'm on the next level. I am becoming a coach, because you're a dancer. You have all kind of different gifts. You're a writer, and we're going to tap into that. Talk to us about changing the mindset. What made you say, I want to be a mindset coach?
Because in my community right now, what clicked was a young man, 2, 14 and 16. In my community, they shot one another. and kill one another. So I said, I have to get in their mind to see if I can change their mindset so they can do something positive with their lives. So right now, I'm going to be involved in working with young men. And I'm glad to be on the same show with Mr. Jackson because we're on the same plane. And I've been working with some young men in the past, and they're very successful at this point. So that's what I want to do, concentrate on that. I work with young ladies as well, but I want to focus a group on the young men because we need to work with young men right now, especially in our community. We have to stop the killing. We have to do that.
We do. I like that. Yolanda, you know, I have a son, and I think that sometimes when the mothers can come together and we talk about some solutions of how we can have these impactful conversations, it's really critical. Yolanda also told us some little tidbit facts. Yolanda, you gonna drop some of this information?
Oh, let me tell you, we're going to talk about her books. They are so dynamic. But let me tell you about Dr. Pradia. On her 70th birthday, I said 70th, and she told me I could tell you. On her 70th birthday, she joined the Arkesis at halftime. And anyone knows halftime at an HBCU is when everyone's watching. Dr. Pradia danced, and she showed everyone what she's been teaching these young women and men over the last 30 plus years in dance. And let me tell you, she rocked the house.
So wait a minute, what did you call them again? Arcadia? What did they call them?
Arkesis. Okay. That's our dance troupe. Am I correct, Miss Dr. Pradia?
Yes. I was the director at one time. I'm the ex-director of Arkesis. And I was also at Arkesis when I was a Grammy.
Wow. And so at 70, you got back out there and danced?
Oh, I always dance at halftime with the girls. But at 70, I did a duet with the cheerleader coach, Mr. Terry. But every year I participate. And whenever we able to go back on the field, I will be out there.
All right. So listen, Lady O, you just put it up there. I need you to show us. You have written 4 books. What made you say yes to writing your first book? Because it's something about when you say, I'm going to make some history right now.
I was in a class. I took a class because I was writing acrostic a lot when 9/11 hit. So I was just writing everything that I felt that came out of 9/11. So I needed a break from teaching, and I decided to go on sabbatical. And when I went on sabbatical, I decided to take a class in poetry writing. And we had to do a book at the end, a small book. So after I did that, I decided, wait, I'll just add to that and do my first book. And then that's why I called it poetry, the way I did it.
Well, one of our owners in the chat, all of them are always tapping in. She said that she wanted to know more about Motivated by Dance, My Dream, Realized a Memoir. That was your last book, correct?
Yes.
Talk to us about that.
Well, I wrote that because I wanted to dance, and I used to look at the Ed Sullivan Show, and that's a variety show, came out of New York. And I was excited, and I saw the people moving their body in different ways, and I said, that's not real. So I started trying to do it to see if a person can really move their bodies in that way. And I was able to accomplish many of it. So I said, wait, and I told my mother I wanted to go to New York someday. And she said, no, you will never get to New York because New York is far away. And she said that because she didn't know any better, because I came from a family of 11 children, and I'm the third of 11. So she knew she couldn't afford to send me to New York. But you know what? That little Southern girl just kept right on dreaming. And I eventually went to New York.
Oh, wow. That's a testament to making dreams come true. Lady O, when you
another thing is that when I was coming up as well, I didn't think I was smart enough to go to college. So I had to change my mindset. I heard a story about someone who went to college, and I said, oh, if that person can go to college, I'm smart enough. And when it I changed my mindset. Everything clicked, and I was able to find a path to go to school. I got a national defense loan because my parents couldn't afford to send me to school, and I worked as a living babysitter.
Wow. Wow. You know, every time that Yolanda talks about the great people from Grambling, everybody has such a beautiful story of realizing that you can make your dreams come true. Yolanda, she said mindset. She talked about
Yes.
the mindset. Talk to us about why do you feel that we can also the book that you wrote for young men, put ourselves in the space to write
Yes.
the voice of a man.
Because I thought it was necessary. It came to mind when I was taking care of my mother. My mother was ill, and I went to my hometown where I grew up, and I saw the young men and just walking the street, pants hanging, and I said, I have to do something. So they were sitting on the barbershop step, and I went over and I introduced myself, and I let them know that I write poems. And I said, would you like to learn some of them? They said, yes. So I said, okay, meet me tomorrow in my mother's backyard under the tree. And that's where we started. So I didn't have anything that was geared to them to express themselves. So I decided, okay, I'll sit down and I'll see if I can think like a man and want them to put their voice into that. So I decided to do Remarkable Man because that's what I wanted them to become, a remarkable man. And I also took them in a transition of where the men came from, the struggles, and put that into words. And before I published the book, I went to barbershop and different men's club to read the poems and ask them if I was on track. And everywhere I went, they said, you need to hurry up and publish this book. So I felt I did a good job.
Yes,
In the
indeed.
voice of man.
You are starting a new organization as now you are a mindset coach. Talk to us about your new organization that you're starting for the young men in your community.
Just about 2 weeks ago, I sat down, I jumped out of bed, I had an idea, and I said, okay, I have it all together because I was thinking about this for a while now. But it came to me, and I said, oh, wow. I'll call it Circle of Boys to Successful Men.
Wow.
So I wrote the whole brochure. Now I have to implement it. So
That's
that's what I'm going. So it's going to be a circle of boys. And then when they leave that circle, my hope and dream is that they'll become successful men. And
well, no, go ahead.
I've worked with a group before in my hometown. And there were some young men who was uh, always in the principal office. And I told them, look, you're smart, but one thing you have to know is you have to learn to follow, to be a good leader. And I want you guys to learn to lead. And also, your job right now is to go to school, get an education, stay out of the principal office, and you don't have to worry about going to school because your parents can't afford to send you, because you're going to send yourself, because you're going to go back in that classroom, you're going to do well.
That's right.
And then as you get these good grades, when you're in 11th grade, we'll start looking for scholarship because there will be a scholarship with your name on it.
Well,
And
you
earn
you know
that.
you know what, Lady O, I think that she is onto something, and I think
Yes.
that a good turning point would be if she could get those young men together and they could be in a different space because she's in Texas, right? And they could all go to the manhood, the virtual manhood, July 23rd with Robert, that
Yes.
battle of the mindset, and literally started what is it? Battle of the mental health, battle of the mind. That's what it's called. And then they all come together, and that jump starts the conversation.
Absolutely. And Dr.
That's what I
Pradia,
was thinking when I was hearing that. And I said, I need to meet Robert. We're
Yeah.
on the right page.
yes,
Look,
that's
We're on the
how
same
God
page.
works. That's how God works. You know, when we put the show together, we knew you work with boys, and we knew he worked with men and boys. And I'll tell you what, that's how God works. He puts us in the right place at the right time. And I am so thankful God put me in the right place at the right time when I attended Grambling University, because I was got to see you every day and see the wonderful things you were doing and how you were changing people's lives through dance. I've talked to many of the Orchesis, and they say their life changed under your instruction. Yes. Changed for the better. So I'm so grateful and thankful that you said yes today, so that we can hear about all the great things that you are still doing, pouring into our community. So thank you so much. But before we go, you have to tell us, what is your affirmation word?
Love. Like I said, you have to love yourself enough to take care of yourself before you can take care or do anything for anyone else. So that's my word, love.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for saying yes. Thank you for saying that you want to make sure that you create a change in our community, because we need it. Violence is just not an option anymore. There's no excuses, and we got to do better. And so we just thank you for saying yes to us today. We got to go. We got a reason to go to Texas, Lady O.
Yeah, Texas and Louisiana.
Wait. I'm in Texas on vacation. I live in Louisiana.
You know what? I heard
that. I'm in Louisiana.
When she said, "Good morning, ladies," I heard Louisiana, but I wasn't sure, but I heard it. Thank you. Well, you know what? I guess we'll be going to Louisiana.
Yes, ma'am. We're going to bring our wellness to Louisiana with our I Define Me movement. So, and I was telling Dr. Pradia, we will be seeing her soon.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, goodness. You know what? We have to connect her with our other guests from last week as well, because they're both in Louisiana.
Yes.
So they can work together. Connections. Y'all know Lady O, she make the connections, y'all. She truly does. Speaking of connections, if you all want to be on our show, you can definitely go to our website, www.ownyournowshow.com. Lady O will give you a call and we can make that happen, because we're looking for inspiring, uplifting, and empowering guests. That's what this show is all about. And you know that we're moving, right? We're moving up. We're leveling up. And so you never know. We might have you in studio, or somehow we're going to connect you with the Own Your Now show. Lady O.
Yes.
Today was amazing.
It was amazing. You know, Tracie, I say all the time, I am excited when I get up to come to work, if this can be called work, because you just get to hear motivational stories. I get to start my day on a positive note. So I'm just thankful for the Own Your Now show, thankful for our owners who continue to support us, and God knows I'm thankful for our fabulous guests that come on and spend a part of their day with us.
Yes, they do. And no matter what time zone we're in, I'm grateful, from California to Texas, Louisiana, Atlanta. They all tap in and they all have something to offer. That's what you do, y'all. Y'all are owning your now, and we love it. Everybody's dropping their affirmation words down below. And I hope that we're able to just take them in. You know, that's what this is all about. Lady O, wow. What is your affirmation word for today?
Well, I heard it from Robert. And when he said it, it kind of gave me a little tingle. The word hold. Sometimes you need someone to hold you up. Sometimes you need someone just to hold you. There is something about that support that comes from holding someone. So my word is hold.
Yes. You're so right. You're so right. And in such a time as this, you know, it is Wellness Monday. We want to make sure that we continue to focus on motivations, but we also realize that mental health is a mindset. And you have to remember that when you have that strong mental health mindset, then that battle of the mind, it's taken away. So we hope that you all register with Mr. Jackson. Definitely go out and buy the books. Dr. Pradia she said, look, she has the books there. Have those conversations with our young men. But more than anything, remember to own your now. Today is a great day for us to glow. And then when you decide to glow, you realize that when I glow, then I can persevere and make it through everything. It's time for us to create the world that we want to have in our communities. So we want you you all to realize that it's okay to dream, but dream big, and then go back out and be a service to your community. Understand that when we are a service to each other, we start listening to one another. And this is how we can celebrate life, and we can bring some stability to all the things that we have when we come together. Dance like no one is watching, and understand that there's this extraordinary gift in you knowing that you are a support to someone else. Stay steadfast on your journey, balance yourself with stability and love, but more than anything, hold on to someone and let them know that you see them and you love them and you are an inspiration to them as they are to you. And if you all decide, you know what, I think I'm going to go outside, then it's okay. Make sure that you grab your mask. You know what? And you stay safe. It's your choice. But continue to stay prayed up. And if you say, I'm not going to go outside, you know what? Just like Lady O and I, we're going to stay inside and we're going to just keep sipping. We call it shelter in place. Stay inside and shelter in place. And tomorrow, the cup will be back with Shameem Clark Hubbard and more guests. We will see you all Monday through Friday, same time and same space, right here on the Own Your Now show. Bye-bye, everybody.